The AI war is no longer a theory. It is already being built in public. Not in sci-fi labs, but inside military budgets and real procurement contracts. And the scary part is not that AI is smart. The scary part is that AI makes war faster than humans can think. For decades, war had a speed limit. Human crews, human pilots, human analysts, human commanders. Now that speed limit is disappearing because software does not get tired and machines do not hesitate. In 2023, the Pentagon introduced a plan called Replicator. The idea is simple and brutal. Deploy huge numbers of low-cost autonomous systems fast. Not someday. Not in 10 years. Fast enough to matter in the next conflict. Think about what that means in real life. Not one advanced drone. Thousands of systems. Many of them cheap, replaceable, and built for scale. When you scale weapons, you scale mistakes too. A single failure is an incident. 1,000 failures is a disaster. And in war, a failure can be a strike on the wrong target. Here is the part most people miss. Autonomy is not only about drones flying by themselves. It is about targeting. It is about identifying threats. It is about deciding who or what is hostile. And once that loop gets faster, humans become supervisors, not decision makers. The operator becomes the last checkpoint. And last checkpoints are exactly what gets removed under pressure. Because modern war is a race. A race of sensors. A race of communications. A race of reaction time. And AI is the ultimate acceleration tool. Now add the second piece. The Pentagon is not only building swarms, it is also signing big contracts with major AI labs. Up to $200 million per contract has been reported. This is not about chatbots for soldiers. This is about turning AI into infrastructure for defense, analysis, intelligence, decision support, systems that can process more data than any human team. The third piece is policy. The U.S. Department of Defense has a directive on autonomy in weapon systems. It says autonomous and semi-autonomous weapons should allow appropriate levels of human judgment over the use of force. That sounds reassuring. But here is the uncomfortable reality. In a real conflict, appropriate becomes a moving target. Because the faster the battlefield moves, the more humans become bottlenecks. So the system will be optimized for speed, faster detection, faster classification, faster response. And every optimization pushes humans further out of the loop. This is exactly how accidents happen. Not because someone is evil, but because the system is designed to win races. And in a race, the slowest part gets removed. Now zoom out. This is not only an American story. Every major power understands the same equation. If your opponent has faster targeting, you lose. So what happens next is predictable. An arms race with a new metric. Not who has more tanks, who has more compute, more autonomy, and faster kill chains. And when you create a race, you create incentives to cut corners. Less testing, more deployment, more prototypes pushed into real environments. Because there is always a reason to rush. A threat, a crisis, a headline, a fear of falling behind. And fear is the best fuel for escalation. Now imagine the fog of war with AI on top. Bad data, spoofed signals, misleading radar returns, decoys that look real to a model. AI does not understand reality. It recognizes patterns. So if the enemy learns your patterns, they can feed your system lies. And the more autonomous your weapon is, the faster it will act on those lies. This is where the nightmare scenario becomes plausible. A system misclassifies. A strike happens. The other side responds. And escalation starts before humans even agree on what happened. It is not just drones. It is cyber. It is satellites. It is communications. It is automated defense systems reacting at machine speed. And if you think humans will always have time to intervene, remember this. Missiles do not wait for meetings. Electronic warfare does not pause for debates. And in a high-intensity conflict, seconds are everything. That is why the world is arguing about rules right now. The United Nations has been discussing lethal autonomous weapons for years. There are calls to move toward real restrictions and clearer limits, because this is bigger than one country. If one side deploys autonomy at scale, others will copy it. And once copied, it spreads. Just like every other military technology in history. So here's the real question of this decade. Can we keep humans meaningfully in control when war is optimized for speed? Or will human control become a comforting slogan, while machines quietly take over the most irreversible decision on Earth? If you want to understand the AI war, watch 3 signals: mass production of autonomous systems, defense contracts with frontier AI labs, and policies that redefine what human judgment means under pressure. Because the AI war is getting out of control for one reason. It is not only about power, it is about tempo. And machines always win the tempo game. If this trend continues, the next war will not be decided only by weapons. It will be decided by who can automate decisions the fastest. And that is a future where accidents become strategy, and escalation becomes an algorithm.